He had to die. It was a necessary means to an end.
What I was really interested in was looking into juvenile psychology and looking at, why do we have, sociopaths in our society.
17-year-old Alex, played by Eddie Redmayne, is charged for the murder of his friend Nigel, Tom Sturridge. Lacking any substantial evidence, the police call in forensic psychologist Sally Rowe, Toni COLLETTE, to help prove his guilt. But what she discovers is a tangled friendship full of enigma.
But you all know what I believe in.
Would it be a good place to start?
Gestalt.
Gestalt.
An organised whole in which each individual part affects every other, but the whole being more important than the sum of its parts.
Yeah, I'm familiar with first-year psychology theory. Should I be impressed?
That's not what it is. It's how you use it.
I found this great paper on Gestalt psychology, and it was really fascinating. It was such a almost like a door opener to me, because it started talking about how you can have two sociopaths that can come together into a closed environment and then create something bigger between themselves.
Have you ever had that feeling that there was someone inside your head listening to your thoughts? I read this article on twinning about how two people can communicate across countries through the mind. There was something about this guy.
I was aware that in Gestalt relationships there tends to be not always, but there are a lot of times where it was partnering, where it was a husband and wife team or two gay men. So I was interested in that concept, but I didn't want Alex to be gay, and I didn't want Nigel to be overtly, gay. I think he's asexual.
What do you do with a knife?
A sense of hostility.
What do you reckon?
Let's just call it fingerprint insurance.
I constructed those two different types of characters. One which is controlling and very driven by his success and career. The other who is totally insular and is obsessive. And then draw them together into a close proximity and then basically let them loose and see what happens to them and how they fire off each other and how you end up with this kind of cat and mouse type game going.
I don't want any part of this.
Well, I'm sorry, Jack, but you were the one who got inside my head.
Well, get out of mine.
It's too late for that.
I wanted to use colours that weren't overt, and I wanted to kind of let the school be more womb-like amongst the urban sprawl of kind of urban decay. So I wanted the outside world to be the steely kind of colours and greens and darker tones, and I wanted the school to be more mahogany and kind of warm tones. And the reason for that is really to give a sense of the psychology of it. And when you go into like the interrogation room, I wanted it to be stark and bright and short focus.
Tell me about Nigel.
Well, Nigel got what he wanted.
And what was that?
Eternity.
Well, the train is definitely, it's like Dante's Descent to Hell. It gave me this feeling like it was almost like an umbilical cord to the outside world, this train, how it rattles on its unsteady path, between the womb-like school and the outside world, which is cold and bleak and hard and true and rough around the edges, where the school is pristine and perfect and starched collars and, So to me it was just showing those two worlds and then bringing them together in a gestalt amongst themselves, so that two worlds create the environment that creates these characters.